If you've learned a lot about leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement happen start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore, it's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. So it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not two nuts. 3 is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. So let's recap what we've learned. If you are a version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. Be public, be easy to follow. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is overglorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
Every 19 minutes, we lose 1 life in this country to a prescription drug overdose. I am the face of addiction.
1 out of 5 high school students have admitted to using prescription drugs without a prescription.
Prescription drug addiction has been deemed an epidemic.
Every day on average, 2,500 teens use prescription drugs to get high for the first time. I am the face.
60% of teens who abuse prescription pain relievers did so before the age of 15.
Prescription drug dependency can lead to heroin addiction.
Heroin produces the same high, but for a fraction of the cost.
Most parents are in denial.
They don't think that prescription drug abuse and addiction can happen to their child.
Most teens experiment with prescription drugs found in their family's medicine cabinet.
Prescription drugs used other than their intended purposes can be deadly.
Prescription drug addiction knows no boundaries.
It doesn't matter if you live on Park Avenue or on the park bench.
56% of teens believe that prescription drugs are easier to get than illicit drugs.
Prescription drug overdoses have surpassed annual youth deaths by suicide,
death by firearms, school violence, and car accidents.
Driving under the influence of drugs has surpassed drunk driving for the first time ever.
Every year, 23 million people need treatment from alcohol abuse and drug addiction.
Denial is as deadly as the disease. If you think this couldn't happen to your child, you couldn't be more wrong.
We are experiencing an epidemic. The vaccine for this epidemic is awareness and education.
I am the face.
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 I am the face of addiction.
I am the face.
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 I am the face of addiction.
Parents, for the sake of your children, please, Get educated. All I wanted to do, if it had been in front of my face, is do it.
It just turned me into a monster.
I never thought any of this would ever happen to me. Once we started getting high, it was done.
I'm a criminal, I'm an addict. That's how everybody will always perceive me.
That drug was so much more important to you than me.
From the moment that I got Oxycontins, it took over, and that's where my addiction started.
You can be the smartest person in the world. The minute that chemical hits your bloodstream, you lose control. You can't control it. Nobody can control it. I don't care who you are.
Somebody approached me and said, well, here, try this, and it was Oxycontin 80.
That's how this problem always starts.
I started taking 3 at a time, and then I was taking 4 at a time, and then I started taking...
I became addicted that day. When you're getting high, it's not just a drug.
You're hooked.
$500 going to dope.
Convicted felon at the age of 18.
I had maggots in my leg.
Turned to prostitution.
Stealing from my family.
Married, mother of 3, and I'm stripping.
Take you to hell and back.
It's not just a little pill.
It takes control of you.
I started using heroin.
The same heroin that just killed me.
You can't go back and say I'm sorry.
And it will win.
It will get you.
Her sister found her.
Died in her sleep.
My daughter, she was dead.
And that was the end.
This is the largest drug epidemic that we have ever faced.
Being addicted to opiates is like chasing a dragon. You're constantly seeking that first high. But what's going to happen if you actually catch it?